Hello, so welcome back to another episode of MTN Sunday Roast. A little bit different today. I am doing this one myself, mostly because I've got something I wanted to chat about, and secondly, everyone else is off. No one's in here, so everyone's either personal training or they've taken a day off. So thought I would get started, and today's roast, I'm actually roasting myself, in all honesty. I wanted to talk about something that I've been posting a little bit about on my stories recently, which is genuinely just the amount of alcohol I've been consuming recently, and the fact that I suppose I feel like a bit of a hypocrite. I am someone that manages to stay in fairly good shape aesthetically. I can keep abs, I can stay quite lean year round, whilst probably living a lifestyle that not a lot of people could, i.e. I eat out more than the average person by a long shot. I drink a lot more. And in general, like I socialise a lot more. I've been drinking a lot over the last kind of 2 years, and I suppose I'm actually starting to just feel like a bit of a hypocrite. I'm saying to clients constantly, or people within the brand, you should, if you really want to see results, you need to eliminate or at least moderate how much you're drinking. You need to reduce how much you're eating out. And it's two things that I don't do. So I don't feel like I'm setting the best example for the coaches within MTN. I don't think I'm setting the best example for the clients that work with us as well. So something needs to change. And I think for me, having 6 or 7 weeks worth of holidays over this summer has been amazing. It's been phenomenal. I'm incredibly grateful for all of the traveling, all of the opportunities I've had. But I think for me now, I'm at a stage where like the next 3 to 6 months really needs to be all about my actual own health, my own performance and things like that again. I've definitely taken a back seat from those over the last few weeks and months, and I've focused on other things. I would say at the start of the year, my biggest focus was on business, and towards the kind of summer months, it's definitely just been on socialising and enjoying myself. So for me, the last 3 months of the year, there's definitely going to be a really big push on my own actual health and physique. And this is something I chat about quite a lot in my stories and generally just on Instagram. And it's the fact that your life or your year it's seasons, just the same as you get summer and you get autumn and you get spring and you get winter. I think your goals work in seasons as well. And for me, like the first half of the year, my season was all business. The second, the middle part was all about socialising and enjoying myself. And now the last kind of season of the year for me is going to be about fitness, health, performance, and just trying to optimise things a little bit more for me. And I know for a fact that there's only going to be positives from this. The only negative I'm going to experience is missing out on a few nights out. I've done nights out to death over this summer, so I'm definitely okay with that one. And maybe like a little bit of missing out on socialising to an extent. Like, I'll be honest, like I actually really do enjoy drinking. Like it's not something that I feel like a lot of people drink because they're pressured to drink. I wouldn't have actually said this is me. I actually think I really do enjoy going out for a drink, having a bottle of wine. But I think more recently I've been greedier with it and I've not enjoyed it as much. And it's because I've been doing it so regularly. It's not became like a rush of dopamine. It's not became an exciting thing for me. It's almost just became a part of my life, which in all honesty is quite sad. So that's one thing that I really want to change. So the Sunday roast today is about me just roasting myself. The biggest thing, so I've got some notes here, so the biggest thing is just improving my own personal standards. I think I've let them slip over the years. I think when I first started training, I used to not really drink, I used to not really go out as much. I was heavily involved in sport. I used to do martial arts for Scotland to an extent. So when I was doing that, like all my focus was on training and fitness, and that's how my fitness business was actually born, because people were asking me advice on that. And then I moved into the more business side of things, but I always kept quite a high personal standard regarding my own training, my own nutrition, but that's definitely slipped over the last, I'd say 18 months. I would say for me, the end of lockdown 2021, so yeah, probably the start of the year 2021, I went through some kind of harder personal times, and I actually used drink as a bit of an escape. And since then, I've not actually needed it as an escape, but I think the habit of using it as an escape for probably 2 or 3 months, it led to it just becoming a habit. It was something that I just decided that I needed to have and I needed to rely on. And everyone kind of laughs, so like, oh, it's David having a drink again. He drinks more than any other personal trainer we know, which is probably true. And it became a bit of like it probably became part of my personality. Like, oh, it's David, he likes wine. He likes having a few beers after work. How does he stay in shape? And it was a bit of like a thing, I suppose, and it was like a personality trait that I owned. But it's one that I want to get rid of now. It's not something I necessarily want to be attached to. I am not going to eliminate alcohol forever. I'm probably going to do 3 months, I think September the 7th, which is I think next week, until about December the 7th. I've got a big family Christmas house getaway thing, then roughly in December. So I think that for me is a good like time frame. And over that time frame, I plan on making dramatic improvements in my overall health, dramatic improvements in my performance in the gym, and big improvements in my physique as well. I've definitely let my physique slip. I am someone that's fairly happy with how I look year round. I'm someone that can get away with eating out and drinking a little bit more than the average person, but there's so much room for improvement. So that's kind of what I want to do moving forward over the next few weeks and few months. And maybe you've got something that you also want to focus on. I think this is a good time of the year to really push for self-improvement. Summer's kind of out of the way. There's not really usually too much on in the next 3 months up until December. I know December's a really busy month for a lot of people, myself included. But yeah, I'm going to use the next 3 months as just like total self-improvement. Business has always been my number one focus, and like health and physique maybe a little bit lower. Now I'm actually going to just switch that in his head. I've got my business running roughly how I want it right now. So yeah, my health, my physique, my performance, how I feel, they're all going to be the number one priority over the next 3 months. And I'm probably going to document this a little bit more on social media. I'm going to use a lot of different forms of social media also, which is for another video. But yeah, I'm going to document them over the next few weeks, few months, and would love to know if you've got anything that you are also like really wanting to achieve over the next 3-4 months. If you do, let me know. I'll hold you accountable, you hold me accountable. Drop me a message. If it's to also stop drinking for a set time frame, great, go for it. I think for me, I'm going to notice massive improvements, and I plan on documenting them over the next few weeks and few months. Cheers. So, it's always so awkward ending these, like especially yourself. You're just like, bye.